The story of Jubilee Syringe Manufacturing Company, a new dawn for investment and economic growth in Africa, a beckoning reality for Nigeria. When Onur Kumral began VKS Group in Turkey, it was a dream to unveil new vistas of dynamism for the future. Today, it boasts of diverse branches in over 17 countries across the world.
But you remember about 3-4 months ago when we had the discussion with you, the factory was, let's say, in 20% of construction, and we just gave the orders for the machines. This week, next week, coming week, you will see the first batch of machines coming from Austria. And you know, the first trainees went to Turkey, Istanbul, 12 of them.
Absolutely.
So they are back. So the transformation and the transfer of technology has started from yesterday. You have now 12 guys who are transformed from basic mechanical engineers to specific mechanical engineers or electrical engineers. So we started the transformation now. After this one, we are bringing another batch of machines from Korea, then Italy and France, then Turkey. So 5 countries that we are using to make this investment, and all 5 country indigents will come to train the Nigerians in Nigeria.
Truly, no other words could have revealed the truest passion for Africa than in these words of Onur Kumral, the chairman of VKS Group. What else? His love for Nigeria is undeniably one of a kind.
What we do is we bring people to train them specifically on injection molding. I'll not go into details on that one, but this is the start of transformation. It's not just technology transfer on syringe. An injection machine, if you change the mold, can produce any plastic that you can imagine. So imagine those guys, okay? When they are experienced enough, they will come to us and say, Yoga, I want to make this factory privately. And we will have a fund to encourage them.
A proof of these sublime thoughts from Onur Kumral is the advent of a multi-million naira investment facility chosen for Akwa Ibom State. Jubilee Syringe Manufacturing Company is an awe-inspiring project with a strategic vision to be in the center of the rapid industrialization of Nigeria's South-South region. What drives the motivation for Akwa Ibom as a destination for Jubilee Syringe Manufacturing Company? Of course, only the chairman can tell us all we need to know.
Political decisions and the safe environment are the key things that lets us come.
Absolutely.
One more thing let me add, okay? When I say political vision, it's not talk. That's the key thing. I can talk about lots of political visions, but if you don't execute it, it doesn't mean anything to any businessman. The good thing about His Excellency, with an example I have explained, the biggest problem for industrialization in Africa continent is power.
Power.
Yes. If a governor brings the power from his Ibom power,
For instance.
a direct line to your factory, it's a win-win thing. Power company sells the electricity to a very reliable customer, and that customer buys the power from a very reliable source. So can you imagine? It's execution. It's not, oh, I have a vision thing. It's, I have a vision and this is how I do it. You don't need finance from anybody. You need that support. It's a priceless thing to bring power to your manufacturing company. Any manufacturing company, any of it, will need power.
In creating an industry that will steer the development of manpower and create generation of skills across Nigeria, 12 Nigerians were deployed to Istanbul, Turkey to master the needed technology for Jubilee Manufacturing Company, where they spent 3 whole weeks. Skill acquisition and technological transfer couldn't have found a better description. More Nigerians are being prepared for international training programs in the area of safety.
It doesn't matter if you are a cook or a gateman or a factory manager, all of them will be trained on their specific area. Like the packaging machines are coming. The guys who went now, 12 guys, are not trained on packaging. So we'll have another batch of indigents to be responsible, again the engineers, to be responsible on packaging. Then printing machines. It's a complete different area. I showed you, I think, the videos before. So it's a very complicated thing.
Onur Kumral takes us line by line through the energy that ignites any manufacturing industry anywhere in the world. And that same energy presently ignites the vision for Jubilee Syringe Manufacturing Company in Akwa Ibom State.
It's a value for Nigeria. It's not about the regime. It's a value for His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari. It's a value for the Vice President. It's a value for the Federal Minister of Health. It's a value for the United Nations representatives in Nigeria. Absolutely. It's a value that we are creating. So, and it's a medical production, which is a very neat production that you have to do. And we are doing in the middle of Nigeria. So it's not a value for any individual. The encouragement is done by an individual. Yes, I always say, okay, it's done by His Excellency Udom Gabriel Emmanuel, yes. But it's just the encouragement. The strategy of the company is never based on any regime or any chairman. If I go as a chairman and if Godwin Akpan is the chairman of the company, nothing will change. It's a value.
Jubilee Manufacturing Company sits on a vast space of 8,000 square meters. But there is more upcoming for Akwa Ibom State by VKS Group.
While we invest, we are thinking about next 30 years of the future. So we have short-term plans, mid-term plans, and long-term plans. So we want to add some more medical products to this factory, okay? Like drip, blisters, gauge, and the tubes. So we want to add 4 more factories and make it a medical hub. So when you become that big, maintenance is another team. Maintenance is not just like changing the bulbs of the lights. It's also changing the technology when time comes.
So, what support does he get?
These are 100% private investments.
We were trying to ask that.
Please, these are 100% private investments.
Now, where is the support of the government of Akwa Ibom State?
If they bring you the power, if they give you the land, if they give you the safe environment, 2 things that you will hear in United Nations meetings: power problem, safety problem. Am I right? In Africa. If I don't have these 2 problems, nobody's talking about market problem. Nobody's talking about money problem. There's no problem like that. And if a government is sorting out your biggest problems, power and security, what should I need? I don't need money. I don't need the money. You can find that money from any creditor or any investors or any company to bring, if you have the power in Africa and if you have the security in Africa. So these are the two key things that encouraged us from the government.
The government of Akwa Ibom State only provides land, security and excellent economic and development policies as the company sets its gaze on August 2017 to begin full syringe production. Jubilee Syringe Manufacturing Company currently pegs its start-up production capacity at 350 to 400 million syringes annually, with a provision to expand its production capacity to 1 billion annually by 2018. It might interest you to know that South Africa is home to the only syringe production company in Africa. But it will interest you more to know that the South African company has an annual production capacity of 93 million syringes, giving Jubilee Syringe Manufacturing Company an excess of 307 million syringes over their South African counterpart, making Jubilee Syringe Manufacturing Company the largest syringe manufacturing company in Africa. Located in Ona local government area in Akwa Ibom State, Jubilee Syringe Manufacturing Company will begin initial employment with over 200 persons from direct to indirect labor. Having acquired the much-needed expertise in an international institution on the 2nd of May 2017, the 12 Nigerians who were sent to Turkey for advanced training finally returned home to Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. Expatriates in their own rights, they tell us all about their experience in Istanbul, Turkey.
I have really I've learned a lot from the training we went for. I've acquired a lot of knowledge, and I'm very, very grateful to the Jubilee Syringe Factory. So I thank God so much. Thank you.
So what are we expecting for you now that you are back and fully ready to go?
Now we are back, we are ready to explore and then produce what we went for training for.
It was a nice experience, because we've learned a lot concerning the machine. That's just my first time of seeing that kind of machine. And coming back to Nigeria, I believe the knowledge we've acquired, we're going to transfer it to our fellow youths as well.
Very wonderful experience. The molding machine and the injection machine is a wonderful experience. We will exploit what we learned over there.
This is my first time of seeing injection machine, so I got a great experience.
We were being trained on we were divided into 3 different sections: the injection molding section, the mold section, and also the quality control section. So I was being trained on the mold section, how to take care of the mold, and we are fully ready for the work that is waiting for us, because we were impacted with the knowledge of how to produce the syringe.
I was also selected based on the discipline they look for, that's mechanical engineering, and we submitted our CV and we also interviewed based on qualification, and luckily we are fortunate to be there. After our technical work, relaxation time, you have to see 1 or 2 things, and you also bring that knowledge to say, wow, how can my country look like this? At the same time, really for what we went for, it's a very great experience with that time they gave to us. Most of us, we intended to stay long, but we were not given an opportunity.
I had over in Istanbul, it's a very great experience. We undergo an injection mold machine. I vow that this is the second injection mold machine here in Akwa Ibom State. In some of Akwa Ibom State, others have experience towards it. But for me, my selection was very good because I have almost getting to 3 years experience in injection mold machine. So I was biased, yes. What I use the bias is that because injection mold machine is not, I'm familiar with it in 3 years now. So at least the training over there was very, very nice. I had a very great experience.
I'm glad they all went. They did extremely well because I was in touch all through. And I believe the knowledge they've acquired there will be well implemented to make the factory grow as we've planned. Well, a whole lot of CVs were submitted. As an HR personnel, well, I had to do my work, taking time to view CVs, cross-check, evaluate, and then make selections. For now, they are back. None of them is going to sit idle because everything is working hand in hand to start production in the factory. They are all going to be in the factory working, putting up the machines and setting out for productions to commence.
Okay. So Jubilee Syringe Manufacturing Company
is real and it's live right in Ona local government, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. Thank you very much.
So now in a nutshell, all the speculation that was making the round that this wasn't a reality, what will you say after all?
It is one man's dream to invest in Nigeria. He's got what it takes to invest, and he came in and said, I have what it takes to invest. Government, will you give me land? And because we want development, we accommodated him, we accepted him, we gave him where to invest, and he's investing right here in Akwa Ibom for the benefit of Akwa Ibom people.
Who is the person you're talking about?
His name is no other person than Onukum Rao.
The Managing Director of Jubilee Syringe Manufacturing Company, Zubair Gulabi, while receiving them, gives us an insight on the prospect of the trainees and the potential of Jubilee Syringe Manufacturing Company.
These guys are going to be core person of Akwa Ibom's industrialization. After 3-4 years, they will become experts in their field. Injection machines means all the plastic materials you can produce. Any kind of plastic materials you can produce in the injection machines. Most difficult production of injection is syringe. You start at top level. For example, cup, plastic cup, it is more easier than this. You started from the top point. After 3-4 years, other industrialists will come and offer you transferring you to their factory. You will become head of the production along the country. But today, you are starting from the ground zero, but your starting place is very, very important place. Please use this opportunity. It depends on you, not us. We started doing our own site. We sent you to Turkey. We paid your ticket, your visas, accommodations, hotel in Turkey, Istanbul. Many instructor came to explain the things to you, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. Nigeria has everything to invest. First, market is here, 200 million population in one country. I think it is the 9th biggest population in the world. And in 20 years, is going to be 6th in the world. 6th biggest population in the world. We are looking for a future. Is it declining or increasing? The population is increasing. It means market is getting bigger. Okay. And there is no manufacturer in Nigeria. It's okay for us to come and invest, and educated people like this are plenty. Why we are going to China or Brazil? Everything is here.
Absolutely.
And market is here.
Absolutely.
and beautiful people like you are around. We are happy to be here.
What has been the strength of his success? Mr. Kumral goes the mile.
I love Africa. That's the first thing. First, you have to love the environment that you are inside. So my key thing is I love Africa. Especially I love Sub-Saharan Africa, to be honest. And the first day I was in Akwa Ibom State, 20th of Feb 2014. I feel like home. So, like when I'm flying back to Nigeria from Turkey, I'm calling my wife and saying, I'm back. My wife is telling me, yes, you are back at your home. so even my wife thinks that this is my home now. So I feel safe. First of all, I told you I feel safe here. So that's the first thing. And you know what? You have to have your patience, okay? But you must separate being passionate and greedy.
Quite interesting.
We separate that. We are not greedy. We have the passion to be successful. We don't have the passion to be rich. First, the success will come. So if we succeed in Sub-Sahara, if we succeed in Nigeria, if we succeed in Akwa Ibom State, we are done. We are satisfied.
A country that believes in the future of its people is a country that drives industrialization. And an investor that supports the drive for industrialization believes in the future of that people. Onur Kumral is a humdinger of an undying resolution to continue to build upon success. He has taken the giant stride to initiate and build a state-of-the-art manufacturing complex in Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. He is creating jobs. He is making Nigeria a medical hub. He is putting Nigeria on the list of some of the most industrialized nations in the world. Onur Kumral rounds off with the future of Jubilee Syringe Manufacturing Company.
The syringe factory building now that you see is arranged on 1 billion per annum production. We are starting from 350 now. I will raise it to 450 before Christmas this year, okay? And if I see the encouragement also from the federal government, I'll raise it to 1 billion in 1 year. And I will not make any 1 square meter addition to that building. That's why we planned it. I told you we have short, mid-term and long-term. This is a mid-term, let's say, plan. So I'm not going to add 1 square meter for making it 1 billion, which I will do. This way or that way, that will be 1 billion. If I'm not encouraged by the Nigeria federal government, I am very much encouraged now from Gabon and Congo. They want to buy syringes from us. So we'll start exports also.
Jubilee Syringe Manufacturing Company, a new dawn for investment and economic growth in Africa, a beckoning reality for Nigeria.